What's going on, y'all? Today, oh, double audio. Ew. Whoa. All right. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. This is too loud. All right. So today, what we're finna do is finna rank every single game in Alice in Borderland. So I just finished watching this show, and I didn't realize that. I'm pretty sure it was made by the same people who made Squid Game, or it was imported to Netflix by the same people who did Squid Game. Whatever. There's some correlation with Squid Game. I didn't even realize that until after I did a little bit of research on the show. After I finished the show, you know, customary reading comments about the show after you watch the show. So boom, we finna go through every single game in the show. I did not read the manga. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Right. This is a tier list of how HOED the game is. Right. So boom. S tier HOED. I'm probably gonna call it hell nah. Then A probably just a little unfair. It's a little unfair. For those who didn't watch Alice in Borderland, you don't even really need to watch it. But Alice in Borderland is basically a show where people are near death and they have to fight for their lives. So yeah, they have to play games, children's games, and little silly games to fight for their lives. All right, you get the premise? Cool. My music. Hold on, let me. Oh damn, my music playing. Oh, all right, music is canceled. Okay, so back to the tier list, right? So yeah, it's a show about people who gotta play games. They gotta play their life. They gotta play games. If they don't play, they die. If they play and they die in the game, they die in real life. So yeah, that's the premise. Like, yeah, we can get deeper into it when I actually start the tier list. But yeah, so yeah, let's start with Hell Nah. We'll start with end with fairs. You know, just a fair game. Actually, I'm gonna add another tier list below. So below that is just gonna be like, oh wait, oops. Below that it's just gonna be question mark. Because all the manga stuff goes in there immediately. We don't have to waste time. We can just put all the manga stuff in there. I didn't watch it. It didn't happen. Lol. Earth invasion. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah. So back to there. So at the top, hell nah. I don't really know how to describe it other than hell no. Like this is just it's just hell nah / RNG. Or low-key, I think we're gonna put just RNG right here. Somewhat HOED. Or no, wait, no, this is the other way around. Think like this. Oh, I got highlighted. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, hell nah, HOED. It's a little unfair. It's RNG. Or I feel like that's kind of here, low key. Honest, right? Like this. And then the text is messed up, but I don't really care. And in the middle, do we really need a middle tier? I feel like we don't really need a middle tier for this tier list. I can't lie. So we have hell nah for stuff that's just completely unfair, not fair at all in any way, shape, form, or capacity. Right? Boom. We have HOED for the games that they're HOED. They hoe you. We got a little unfair, just a little unfair. And then we got fairs, which is just a game that is actually just fair, well played game creators. I'm not mad at you. Like the games that are skill based, any game that's skill based, right? That's actually just like skill and like strategy, right? I'll probably put in fairs. And then a little unfair is the stuff that's like that is kind of either like super athleticism based or super like specific skill based, like where it's like, okay, if you didn't have that specific skill, you're cooked. Or the games that are, yeah, actually no, I'll do that. And then HOED, I'll prefer the games that's just pure RNG. Right. That's either the game's kind of HOED or it's just kind of RNG. Right. The hell nah is the games that either pure RNG or It's just like HOED from the beginning, completely HOED, like or like the head ass games, bro. Like, all right, let's get into it. First and foremost, obviously spoilers. If you didn't watch Alice in Borderland, then don't watch this video. If you're interested in watching it, don't watch the video. If you're not interested in watch it, don't watch it. It's because I'm not gonna lie, that show is very gory, bro. It's so gory, bro. I can't lie. I don't like gore. It is so gory. I had to skip some scenes, bro. Like they was no. This isn't really a spoiler, but like they did multiple like surgeries basically, and I was like, all right, hell no, bro. Like what are we doing? Like they were doing operations in that joint, bro. Like it was crazy. All right. So immediately, I'm just gonna get this out of the way, bro. Like we didn't see this game. We literally didn't see it. We didn't see it. We don't know anything about it other than the fact that a bunch of people survived. So I'm just gonna put it here. We didn't see it. We didn't see it. All right, cool. Now, boom. Death or Alive, right? So this is the first game. This is a game where they was just running through the hallways, and yeah, like what you had to pick 2 hallways. It was death or life, and then if you pick the wrong one, you get shot or you get the laser. So yeah, the introductory game, and then Mendem solved it by just being elite with geometry and knowing floor plans. So that one I think is like definition of just a little bit unfair, because at a first glance it seems like it's literally just RNG 50-50, and then because of the nature of the game, it's like somebody has to be the sacrifice, right? Or at least that's what it appears to be. But then you realize, oh, hold on now. If we lock in, you be able to, say overcome, right? So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm not mad at it. We go presentation mode. How do I feel about presentation mode? It's cool. It's whatever. You go to review, bro. All right. So yeah, I think that's just a little unfair. But the fact that with knowledge of like how buildings work, you can kind of solve it, I think it's not terrible. All right, tag. So there was a little bit of strategy involved. Actually, there was strategy involved because like Chishia, he did not run at all. Mind you, that aura farmer, we're gonna get to him later, bro. He did not run at all in this entire game. So yeah, but yeah, basically it's tag with some menaces that are wearing freaking animal heads and are ready to shoot you and have crazy, insane generational durability. But yeah, like they holding guns. Catch you lacking, you're cooked. You gotta find the exit, press the 2 buttons on the walls, the 2 switches on the walls. It took teamwork, it took trust, it took being willing to kind of over communicate and like sacrifice your position so that or reveal your position so that other people know where where it's safe and where it has been explored, right? Also, another thing I don't like with the show, I'm not gonna lie, and it's just how it's presented, is like there was hella pausing where it's like, yo, this show is so time based, bro. Everything is time based. You gotta do things very quickly. So why are we pausing unnecessarily? Like, get a move on, man. I know you had to do some dramatic pauses just for like it's TV, but at the same time they were doing it overly, and I was like, bro, come on, bro. Like we gotta keep it stepping. We gotta keep moving, bro. We can't just be watching someone trying to kill us and you just walk like just staring at them before you start running. Like, come on, he about to kill you. And yeah, that made it seem like people just had plot armor because they were surviving situations, like taking bullets where they should never taken. It's like, bro, come on, bro. But because it's adapted from manga, that kind of makes the plot armor make more sense because people in manga have crazy durability. So yeah, and regen, but whatever. Back to the point. 5 of Spades game overall, I think it was kind of fair. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it wasn't that like I'm trying to think, because the issue was, okay, boom, you didn't know where the op was gonna come from, but at the same time, it was just a matter of, okay, you gotta search rooms, gotta search rooms, and then you do need 2 in the room. So I would say it's on the lower end of unfair. It's not crazy unfair. Like, relatively speaking, it's not that unfair. Unless I'm misremembering it, it wasn't crazy unfair. It was a little hold in that, like, I don't know. The fact that you could actually be highly cooperative in this makes me feel like I gotta lean towards fairs, bro. But because generally speaking, you don't want other people to die. So, yeah. I'll put it just a little fair. All right. Now, hide and seek, hell nah. Hell no, bro. This is like one of the more HOED games. It's not the most HOED game, but it's like it's up there. It's up there for one of the more HOED games, bro. No cap. Is definitely up there for one of the most HOED games. I can't lie. And it's literally just, hey, if you like, first of all, the fact that everyone has to die but one person. Even if you cut the cord, it's heavily implied that if you cut the cord, like if you somehow cut the cord with your weapon, you would die. I think you could pretty much assume that. So yeah, and that had me scared of the collars in general. I was like, damn, all these collars and wristbands, you die with them. But we kind of knew that when we saw hide and seek, and or we saw, they gave a tag. And we're like, okay, yeah, if you put the collar on, you're cooked. But nah, like that game was, they violated with that game, bro. This game was a violation, bro. Like, and it was like they were trying to lambast him as, oh my gosh, he's so selfish, he only cares about himself, da 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 da. And then by the time he went out to try to sacrifice himself or whatever, it was too late. And it was, but the issue is that it's just tough because there was literally nothing he could have done in the situation. Like there was nothing you could do. It was literally just, hey, play your life. You know what I'm saying? Play your life. That was it. That's all you could do. And at the same time, oh yeah, what's her name? Shibora. I forgot her name. Shiori. I forgot her name. I know what had the S. Saori. I think that's her name. Yeah, whatever. Her name. She's dumb. Like she really thought that just because like. And I don't understand, why would she reveal that story about, oh, blah, 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 blah. She slept with her freaking boss when she had a husband at home. She slept with her boss to get a promotion or whatever. Why would you reveal that information and then try to sleep with this guy? And then, first of all, you don't value yourself. Second of all, you reveal the information to sleep with this guy to survive, presumably, right? To get on his side and to use it against him. When that's like, bro, first of all, you revealing this information to him, like, as if you won't, like you slammed out your husband to sleep with this random guy, so now you're sleeping with him. That you after, so it's like you would just easily slam him out to survive, obviously. And then again, you just met this man 2 days ago, so why do you think he would slam out his mans that he'd been with since the beginning? Now I understand. Okay, you're doing what you can do, but it's like, come on, bro, that's not smart. That's not smart, bro. That's just not smart. That's not smart at all. But yeah, HOED game. Hey, he did what he had to do to survive. And then at the end of the day, they were ready to die. Like, Choda, he was ready to die the whole time. Karube, my fault. Karube, he was still trying to fight to survive. But then at the end of the day, he said, you know what, man, it is what it is. And they wanted him to live on anyway. So yeah, the HOED game overall, definitely one of the most HOED games. I ain't gonna lie. All right, the distance one. I was gonna put it in hell now because who's reading the bus? But at the same time, I think I'll put it in HOED. I think it's a little bit. This is kind of just hindsight. Obviously, I didn't see the sign on the bus that said goal on it. This game is essentially you get on the bus, right? You start the game on the bus, right? So the game tells you, oh, you know what I'm saying, get to the goal, right? And there's a number on your phone, and it said when you. The more you run, the more the number goes up. So it's like, but the number was actually the distance you were from the goal. The goal is the bus. You can see right here, the spray paint on the bus that says goal. So yeah, there was a guy in it who broke his ankle or whatever, and he had to stay on the bus. His mans had to go away from him. But at the end of the day, both of his mans died. He's the only one who survived. So, and the guy who had the girl at home, who for some reason sold in that game. I don't understand why. But yeah, shout out Usagi Stamina, bro. She had crazy feats in it. So, but yeah, that was dumb. Like, how did I don't know, bro. I'm so in the middle with it because it's like on the one hand, obviously, if they had just stayed on the bus, it would have been boring. There would have been no drama. It would have been dumb. But at the same time, I'm like, nobody saw that. Nobody saw it, but it makes sense that it makes sense. It makes sense. It's just HOED because of like it's just HOED, right? It's a whole situation. Like it makes perfect sense of why they wouldn't see it, why they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, peep that, considering how high stress of a situation is. Folks got PTSD, like you wouldn't expect that. But I don't know, bro. It's just HOED. It's so HOED, bro. It's insanely hard. But yeah. What's the competition? What was this again? I forgot. I ain't gonna lie. I actually forgot. What was this game again? I remember this. Two of clubs. Hold on, let me look this up, bro, because I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember that hell, bro, at all. Two of clubs. I don't remember that hell. Let me see. The way I don't remember that hell. Well, let me look this up on Wikipedia because I do not remember that. I don't remember that game at all. It said there was they were running around the off screen. Okay, blah blah blah. Exclusive, blah blah blah. Yeah, we literally don't know anything about this game. Who even is that? Yeah, I don't remember this. I don't even remember the characters in this game, bro. Like, the way I don't remember anything about this game, bro. I'm looking up the characters that was in that hole. I don't remember you. Yeah, I don't remember you. I don't remember you. I don't remember you. Is he alive? He died. Okay. I think they all died. Okay, yeah, all these randoms say, okay, yeah, we don't know nothing about this game, bro. All right, human elevator. That was just like strength. That was literally just strength and you locking in. So I'm inclined to put that in fairs. Yeah, no, this is literally just a be strong. like if you're strong, you're good, bro. Like, I mean it. I get. You just need a baseline level of strength for the game, bro. So, like, yeah, it's just strength, grip strength, no dexterity. Uh, and then if the thing stops moving, you're cooked. But then you could do some American Ninja Warrior jump. We don't know the exact rules, right? If an American Ninja Warrior was on that hole, they would go crazy. Relative to all the other games, there was no other interface. It was literally just like it was straightforward. Like I had to put it in fair because it was straightforward, unlike a bunch of other games. The bingo game. Hold on, but there was multiple bingo games. Okay, this is the other bingo game. This one, it was kind of unclear. We didn't actually see anyone die in the game though. I'm tweaking. We didn't see anyone die in that game. Yeah, they had to search and complete a pattern of bingo. Oh, okay. Oh, Usagi was the only one? Damn. Oh, okay. Okay. So use up all your matches, you die. Okay. Damn. Well, that's true. Okay, the wiki's saying they could have used their shirt, they could have used their phone. So, how do I rank this? I'll probably put it in the lower half. I'm not gonna lie. Like this doesn't even seem that hard. Like again, any game that is actually kind of straightforward and like or like a puzzle type of game, I have to put it in like right here, like where it's just a puzzle. Like I gotta put it right here. Like this game was completely fair. This game was literally a logical puzzle. The only person who died in this game didn't even have to die. She literally killed herself for no reason. They told you, hey, if you touch this, you die. And then she touched it and she died to forget electricity. Because this game, it was literally just, okay, boom, a puzzle. Hey, if you turn the light on, or if you flip the switch, when the doors open or whatever, like, yeah, like flipping the switch, like that was the game. It was literally just the a brain teaser basically. But it required no physical like strength. It required no like it just required thinking about the problem. And nobody had to die. There was no other interference at all. Like yeah. All right. Witch hunt. I think I gotta put that probably right here. I gotta put that right here. Witch hunt was hard. Witch hunt was definitely hard. At the same time, I can't put it all the way down there because they could have solved it instantly. Okay, boom. Witch hunt. Basically, it was one player. Somebody died, and they said, "Oh, this person was killed by the witch. Find the witch and burn them." So in my head, I'm like, okay, Shorty has a knife in her chest. Can we get fingerprints? Is that a thing that we could do? That was the first thing I thought of. But then people just started to get violent. People started to get selfish, and people started to succumb to groupthink, which is a big theme of the show. Is just groupthink, bro. So much groupthink, bro. Think for yourself, dang, bro. Golly, groupthink, and then just human paranoia and selfishness comes out. Obviously, human cruelty, but it was also just common sense. Like genuinely, this is the game where I'm like, all right, they like, okay, she has a knife in her chest, fingerprint. Find them, burn them. That's it. That's literally it. And then at the end of the day, I don't want to spoil it, bro. But he ended up being hold because of who it was that was the witch. But like, yeah, like it literally could have ended instantly. Like they had somebody who they literally had a forensics person, someone who did forensics before they got put into this other world, who was like, okay, boom. She didn't say she did forensics, because I think if she said she did forensics, they would have killed her because some people are just itching to kill. But she literally could have just said, let me get the finger. Let's see if they got fingerprints. We can figure out instantly in 2 seconds and then move on with our lives. But yeah, that basically showed the fact that nobody was safe, which also kind of shows that, hey, just like in a witch hunt, bro, what they say in the parable, they came after the ex because they did not speak and I didn't speak, or they came after whatever, black people because but I didn't speak because I'm not black. They came after Christians, I didn't speak because I'm not Christian. They came after whatever. They came after freaking poor people, but I didn't speak because I'm not poor. Whatever you want to think of, like they came after like it's that type of thing where it's like, hey, like people think they're safe, but they're not safe because this is an environment that they thought was like a safe haven from the games, but at the end of the day, they hosted a game in this whole location, which shows that, I mean, if we never found out who's in control of like the whole thing. Never really found that out. But yeah. All right. And that was the last game of the season. Damn. That makes sense. All right, boom. King of Spades. King of Spades was hold. King of Spades is hold. King of Spades was crazy, bro. King of Spades is up there because man just spawns in with guns. Like, first of all, man just starts shooting, right? Man just starts shooting from all angles, everywhere. It's like, where is bro coming from? Where's bro going? Like, where's bro at? How much ammo does he have? Man just has 800,000 mags of ammo. Nobody has any other type of ammo. So, yeah, they just had to. And this game lasted like a week. I think this game lasted like a week straight, or like. Man just had a gun started spraying. Like, hell no, bro. Like, had a gun start spraying from everywhere, every angle. And then at the end, and he was broken. I don't understand him, bro. Like, he's built different. I literally don't understand the freaking King of Spades guy. Like, he's literally not human. Like, he's not human, bro. Like, he was moving like Dio, bro. He was moving like he was moving like Final Form Frieza after getting cut in pieces. He's still alive. Like, what's going on here, bro? Like, what kind of stamina? Like, I don't understand. He was moving like Vegeta in the Saiyan Saga, bro. Like, yo, die, bro. What are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? All right. Osmosis, just strategy. Literally just strategy game, thinking. They actually, this is the most fair game of all because Man's took his points as an example. I think the points were supposed to reset, but he could have just took them. But anyway, like, it's literally a completely fair game. The ending was crazy, but yeah, completely fair. Like, I don't have that much to say. It's pretty fair. Solitary confinement. I'll say it's a little hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of hard. Not really. I think it was unfair. It was unfair. It required a lot of critical thinking and like the name of the game is trust, and it's hard to trust people, and it also requires kind of RNG a little bit. But like again, it's like groupthink. People getting killed by groupthink and lacking critical thinking of thinking, okay, boom. If this person, it was basically a game of like trying to find out who's the killer, right? And yeah, you have a number on the back, card suit on the back of your neck or whatever, and people have to, if you have to guess it correctly at the end of the round. It was multiple rounds. People are in solitary confinement in prison, literally, or people in prison. So like, and they have a bunch of snacks. They have to stay there, and then in theory, they could have stayed there forever, right? Until the Jack of Hearts revealed himself or something. But the clear condition is either kill Jack of Hearts or the Jack of Hearts kills everyone else. So yeah, it ended up just, it was a whole situation. It was a whole kind of a whole situation. At the same time, they made it even worse by just being group thinkers and not thinking for themselves, and then until it's too late, not using common sense, not locking in. It was like not seeing the person whisper to the other person, "Hey, go kill them." Like, come on, bro. Yeah, but and also just the environment of it being prison, I think also just elevates it to just being HOED, because it was in prison. Like, people go crazy in here, so like it was, yeah. And also the fact that so many people literally had to die because it was literally just, hey, I don't know. It was kind of HOED. I'm not gonna lie. Like the whole situation, it's hard to describe how HOED it was. It was so boiling death. Oh, this is one of the ones. This is one of the ones. This is one of them ones, bro. This is one of them ones, bro. That was HOED. That was definitely HOED. The reason why I'm gonna go a little bit low though is because you had a little bit of time, to escape. Because as soon as I read escape from the arena, I would have immediately took off. I'm taking off as soon as I see the word escape. I'm gone. People waited until a little bit after, but at the same time, there was no like skill involved. It was literally just run and then RNG. So that's why I'm kind of a little bit. I want to put it right here, honestly. I want to put it right here because it was literally just run and then RNG. I put games here where it's like, okay, it's HOED, it's RNG, but there's like counterplay, right? There's counterplay, but this one is actually horrible. It was literally just, hey, run for your life, boom, 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 freaking landmines or whatever, eruption from the ground everywhere. You don't even know what's going on. All right, champion Jack of Spades. This was literally just boxing. I have to put it in fair because the best boxer won. The best boxer won. Put it in pain and freaking got a dub. I'm like, hey, it's literally just hey, put your hands up. Put your hands up, bro. Like, hey, put your hands up, gang. That's it. That's the game. It's just hands. It's just scraps. I gotta respect it. Checkmate. Another game. I'm like, I think it's honestly fair. Because literally all they had to do was actually it's kind of unfair. No, it's kind of unfair. It's unfair just because the position that the queen has, where it's like, okay, in theory you can just camp that game. Like, you can literally just camp that game. And then they spawned in with the kid too, and so he immediately chose the kid. So it's like, yeah, she's just gonna choose the most vulnerable person and then say ball out. But at the same time, it's like, oh, if they really wanted to metagame it, like, if they wanted to say, okay, boom, we want to get out here at all costs, just literally throw, like, they can just throw, like, they can literally just say, okay, boom, we want to win, or we want the queen to lose. As soon as a group of people just say we want the queen to lose, the queen loses. Like, there's nothing she can do. Like, you touch people to tag them. Yeah, even if she tries to tag them, they could just tag each other back and incapacitate. Like, it's just, out of all the people could have just said, hey, I'm not playing, and then incapacitate the queen, and then that's it. So, yeah. It is a little bit unfair, but it's kind of both ways, where it's literally just, if one group decides that they don't want to play anymore, then the game's over. But outside of like plot armor, but yeah, and then the queen also just sold the game herself. Like, she literally sold the game, like, herself. If she didn't sell the game, they would have just won. So, yeah. But then also another strategy is just stay still. Like you don't have to run away. It's majority rule. You don't have to run away. Like if all of them has 16 of them stayed in that starting spot and said we're standing on business, a few of them may get tagged and then they're gonna tag the rest back. Like that's it. Like, or they just tag each other and be like, hey, come back to this side, and then that's it. And then the game's over. Balance scale. I'll say it's a little bit unfair in the sense that everyone has to die, but it's also just strategy. It is a strategy, so it's on the lower end of unfair because it's literally just strategy. Like everyone has to die, but like everyone but one person has to die, and then at that point it's just like strategy and psychology. But I still think it's pretty fair. Like relative to all these other games, it's pretty fair. I might move it down depending on how we go. All right, target queen of clubs. I mean, it was just dodgeball. It was literally just dodgeball. I don't know. Bagworm. It was just climbing, unless I'm mistaken. I didn't really see anything too unfair in this game. Mahjong. It was just Mahjong. I don't really see anything. It was literally just Mahjong. Like we didn't really see anything. From what I saw, it was just Mahjong. All right, King of Hearts, Silent, with Silent Hill. Because it's Silent Hill, I'm gonna put it in unfair and I'm gonna move on with my life. Okay, all right. So it was just playing cricket for 3 rounds, but then Shorty starts pulling out Genjutsu and started making him see freaking Infinite Tsukuyomi. He started seeing alternate realities and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll put it in unfair. But not crazy unfair. Even though she has a freaking Sharingan, Rinnegan, whatever she got, I don't know what she got. Put Mins in the Genjutsu, but made him relive everything, PTSD and all type of stuff. But at the end of the day, his shorty was bleeding out, bro. Like you gotta lock in. You gotta like. I'm saying, yo, we've been through too many. We've been through too much, bro. We've literally been through too much, bro. Like let's get this over with. Let's wrap it up. Let's go. I would have spilled that tea on the ground and said, hey, let's go, bro. What are we doing? You feel me? What are we doing, bro? Come on, bro. But at the same time, she was pulling out all type of techniques to convince him, you know, that his friends dying was his fault. First of all, messing with his mind to see his friends dying a different way. But then again, it was just literally just survivor skill, playing on his survivor skill. Survivor skill is crazy. So, you know. But yeah, hold for sure. Hold for sure, but not to the level of these, I would say, because again, it was still straightforward. Despite all the stuff, the drama that happened, it was still straightforward, and it still required him to, you know what I'm saying, to kind of play into like her rage baiting. Like she's rage baited him multiple times. Like if he hadn't played into it, they would not have been there for that long. So yeah. And at the end of the day, it still ended like in a much less violent manner. I mean, so it was crazy violent. It was still much less violent than like some of these other, all these other games, all of them. Yeah, all of them. I was thinking about, I'm like, wait, no, all of them were a lot more violent, and a bunch of them here were also was violent. Old Mate, this one I'll put in it's like kind of fair, kind of not. It's like kind of RNG, but also kind of psychology. You can literally see the psychology in the flick where my Ryuji, yeah, it was like you try to use psychology to get people to grab the other guard. It's just a psychological game. It's a mind game, but it also is dependent on the cards you get at the beginning. So I'll put it in like here. I think I'll put it right here. I think I'll probably just put this right here because it's just strategy. It's strategy, but it's like kind of dumb strategy. So I'm like, it's strategy, but it's kind of dumb because it's literally just you pick the lower number and then it's HOED. All right, Sacred Fortunes. I'll put that in like, okay, it's a game that required you to. The fact that no one deciphered, like no one even thought of, we have to decipher the fortune. That didn't come up until literally the end was crazy. The fact that they did the whole, he said 7.9 billion. They said the population is 8 billion. We're going to rain 100 million arrows. That's insanely HOED. That's insanely HOED. That's insanely HOED. That's insanely HOED. But I have to tax it a little bit because no one even remotely thought of like you know what I'm saying, solving that. I'm not gonna lie, I got a couple of the math questions wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got that math question wrong initially. I forgot PEMDAS for a second. I literally forgot PEMDAS. I would have hold everybody. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. However, as soon as the guy said 15, I immediately redid the math and said, oh yeah, it is 15. And then we would have survived. So that's all I'm saying. And then Shorty said 78 because it was in the middle. I was like, what are you talking about? But there was counterplay. But no, that counterplay was hard. I'm not gonna lie. There wasn't really counterplay for real. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm leaning more towards here, but it's like in the middle for me. All right, zombie hunt. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm doing something. Okay, I will see. I will see. Zombie hunt. Zombie hunt was actually completely fair because if they used common sense, they would have said literally just make everyone a zombie. Zombie was a game where you infect people basically by touching. You touch them, you battle them. It was 3 cards: a zombie card, a shotgun card, a vaccine card. If you do a zombie card, give them the card and they become a zombie. Or if they do a shotgun card, they die. The zombie dies, the shotgun card is discarded. If you do vaccine, the zombie becomes a human, the vaccine card is discarded. The only card that can continuously multiply or gets sent to the next person is a zombie card. So, and you have to be on the majority team, so either majority human team or the majority zombie team to win. Zombies don't have the ability to kill people, but they have the ability to turn other people to zombies and make the other humans kill them or whatever with the shotgun card. Literally just make everyone a zombie. I don't understand why that never came up once. You know who won at the end of the day? The zombies won. Why? They had the majority because they multiply exponentially. So I don't understand. I do not get. Just turn everyone into a zombie. What are we doing? Like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't. There was no negative to anyone being a zombie at all. So it does not make any sense why they did not just turn everyone into a zombie. It's pretty obvious. Oh yeah, someone on Reddit said they added a simple rule where they said if everyone's a zombie at the end, everyone dies. Then it would have made sense because as the game was presented, there was no deficit to people being zombies. Like there was no negative. There was no people get actual disease or anything like that. But like it was literally just like if you make everyone a zombie, there's no reason for everyone to die. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like I don't like immediately I just said just make everyone a zombie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand. Like just make everyone a zombie. Literally just make everyone a zombie. Like just make everyone a zombie or just cure everyone. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Like yeah, I don't understand. Like it was just a poorly designed game, bro, for being honest. Like, yeah, nah, that was stupid. All right, laser dodge, yeah, hold. This is up there, bro. This is up there for sure, bro. This is up there. Them lasers was moving quick as hell. They was tilted to the side, all type of stuff. It's literally the definition of RNG because like there's no knowing how it's gonna tilt until you see it tilt, and then yeah, at that point it's damn near too late. So you play the freaking Tron, freaking against freaking Ichigo or Getsu Gatensho or whatever. Like we saw what the wheelchair man was doing. Like people he was using people as human shields, all type of stuff. This was part of the reason why I watched the show was because I saw freaking Ryuji going crazy with the going crazy. I was like, when am I gonna see this scene? Yeah, that was hard. That was pretty hard. That was pretty hard. That's up there for sure. Um, yeah, Runaway Train. Runaway Train. It was RNG. Until we thought it wasn't RNG because my man Taro started going stupid with his train knowledge, his train background, subway knowledge. But then it ended up just being cap and just being a crazy, insane coincidence, which I don't know why they got mad at him for betting on a coincidence. It's literally RNG. Like it's literally the definition of RNG. Like it's completely RNG. There is a little bit of strategy in the fact that you have to count, you know what I'm saying, at the end you can count and realize if they weren't counting, they would have realized, hey, all right, we have we have 2 canisters, there's only, or we have 1 canister, there's 2 left. Or sorry, how do I say this? There was 3 left and 3 canisters or whatever. Whatever. You're counting oxygen canister, or yeah, canisters, antidote canisters to get cured of with a poison gas, because there's poison gas in every train car. You're trying to go from the last train car to the first train car, and there's poison gas in the random train cars, and you have a limited amount of resources. So okay, you know, it is a little strategy towards the end, but like for like 90% of it, it's just RNG. So yeah, I'm gonna put that in it's pretty hard, bro. All right, kick the can. That's one of them. Yeah, that's up there. That's up there. That's right up there. Because it's a guarantee that people have to die, and then no, actually I'm putting it up for you. I'm not gonna lie, because number one, it guarantees that people have to die because it reduces the amount of people to it's like 10, only 10. You can only save 10 people out of like however many 30 people, however many people were there. You only save 10 people, so that automatically makes it hold. And then on top of that, you have the fact that like it had a bunch of other rules that they didn't even explain at the beginning, which is that if it can, it's okay. Number one, it's a time bomb, right? So it's just gonna explode, right? And then also, if you have a violent impact, it's just gonna explode. So they neglected to explain that in the actual, you know what I'm saying, the start of the game at all. They just did not explain that. So like, yeah, like the first can was just wasted for like no reason, just wasted. So yeah, HOED. Tokyo Bingo. That one is HOED. Yeah, that was HOED. That was up there also, because first of all, you already have to climb the whole tower, right? So that already requires excess amount of skill. That's like a extremely elevated version of human elevator. You have to climb the whole freaking Tokyo Tower, right? Boom. You climb the tower, you press the buttons to play bingo, and then they just start dropping freaking pinballs on you without even saying that in the rules. Alleged. I never heard that in the rules, or them saying, oh yeah, we're gonna drop freaking pinballs on you. They never said that in the rules. So yeah, they're just dropping pinballs on you, coming from random angles you don't even know. So, and they killed my dog, bro, in the train, who was the MVP of the train and also helped out my man's, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was hard. That was pretty hard. Yeah. We have the future game. This one was kind of dumb, in my opinion. Because they just blindly believed that was the future. I'm like, even if you think that's true, I'm like, once you see the future, you can automatically change it, bro. Like once you see it, it's never gonna happen in that exact way. That's just how it works. Furthermore, you really thought that, like, after you go through 2, 3, 4 rooms, that none of them futures gonna contradict each other? Like, really? Come on, bro. That's not believable to me. That's not believable. Like you like they showed you something positive, you go through that door, and then they show you something negative that like kind of contradicts that, and you think, oh my gosh. Like at a certain point, really, honestly, pretty early in, I would just be like, all right, bro. Like at the end of the day, a bad future is better than no future, bro. You know when you have no future, you're dead. Like, or if you're dead, you have no future, bro. So like, there's no point in trying to finesse the doors. It's like, bro, let's just get out of here, dog. And then they decided to be selfish and not stick with the gameplay, not stay together. When immediately after you realize, oh yeah, there are rooms that decrease the number of points you have, like more than you just pressing the button, or you decrease points, because it was basically a maze kind of. So you find an exit. So, and you cost points to go from room to room, and you have to roll dice to get the amount of people to go to the next room with you or whatever. So I'm like, okay, you see, as soon as you see that it decreases your points by the rooms will decrease your points, you should immediately say, okay, let's stay in groups so that in case it decreases points, we can choose whose points get decreased instead of the one person there whose points get decreased and then they just die. But they didn't think that through at all. So yeah, like they ended up just holding themselves for no reason. So because of that reason, I'm gonna just put it in just a little bit unfair because people just didn't use common sense. People just did not use common sense, and it's on the lower end. I don't feel like doing all this order because again, some of these games we didn't even watch for real. But it was kind of unfair in the fact that again, it is showing you like videos of the future, stuff like that. That kind of skews it. But at the same time, it's like, bro, what are we doing? Like, you're just showing me information. Like, I don't know, like, what are we doing, bro? Like, you feel me? Like, they sold the game completely just by lacking common sense, and yeah, it pissed me off. And then the Joker game, I don't know, like, I don't care. Like, he gave him 2 cards. He said, "Your fate is in my hands either way." And then they were both Jokers. He was like, "But my fate is actually just to give you freedom." It's like, I guess. It was kind of nothing. Yeah, it was kind of nothing burger. So I guess I'll put it in fair because it didn't really matter. It didn't really matter either way. I don't really care. Yeah. So those are the games. You know what I'm saying? My tier list of games, Alice in Borderland. Overall, my thoughts on Alice in Borderland. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons for sure. Oh, it was too much gore. I hate gore. Way too much gore. Also, too much essay, like, not like apologies. Like, they was trying to make this guy likable, bro. I was like, not likable, but like they're trying to act like I was supported, bro. Like, he should have been died, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He should have been died, bro. He should have been died. Also, folks had crazy durability, and I know it's because it's a freaking manga, but like that got adapted. But it was just crazy, like the durability that certain people had. Where I was like, "Are you how? Like, how are you alive?" Furthermore, they were trying to like especially with Akane and An at the end, where freaking Akane got freaking she got done like Frieza, where like she got done like Zamasu. How Trunks did Zamasu with just with the gun, but then An just got like 2 shots and she was cooked and she lost consciousness like damn it. I'm like, and Akane somehow got enough freaking motion to crawl all the way. And I understand she got crazy fortitude, mental fortitude after what she did. You know, I respect that, but come on, bro. Like, how did she do that? That's cap. You know that's cap. But yeah, people just had crazy durability where I was like, okay, like, yeah, I guess. We didn't just the fact that there were no toilets, so that like people were just taking dumps on the ground, I guess, because people would get typhus. But at the end of the day, people wouldn't live long enough to even like, you know, see the results of that at the end of the day. So I guess that makes sense. But I wish we had more knowledge of like what Borderland actually is. Like, where are the lasers coming from? Like, who is in control of that? Like, what's, you know what I'm saying? Who is in control of these like crazy like technology and like these like natural events and like building exploding or blimps and all this stuff? Who is like in control of this stuff? Or what is in control of this stuff? What moves this stuff? Like, I don't understand. What is shooting 100 million arrows? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here, man? And I thought we had the answer at the end of season 2. We did not. At least we learned what Borderland actually is. They never even said the word Borderland until season 3. At least we learned what it actually is. Season 3, but at the end of the day, season 3, I was entertained by it, but then just thinking about it a little bit critically, and then also looking at people's comments about it, I'm like, yeah, like the villain that in season 3, I'm not going to spoil too much, but the villain in season 3 doesn't do anything. Like, there's supposed to be kind of 2 villains, but one of them, quite literally, not even from this is not a hyperbolic statement at all. He does nothing. He does not do anything but talk like twice. He has like 2-3 scenes where he talks to the other guy, to his other villain, and says something. Like, one line he implies that he's doing something. But outside of that, he does nothing. He does not impact the plot in any way. If you took him out, nothing would change. And the other one, honestly, if you took him out, nothing would really change. So, yeah, like, he didn't do anything. He didn't really say much anything. He barely posed a threat. Like, the MC doesn't even know his name. He still doesn't know his name. No one actually knows him because the people who knew him didn't participate in the games. And then someone also pointed out, like, why did everyone else actually get in the game? Like, why did everyone else go back? Like, it doesn't really make any sense of why anyone else would go back knowing what the games are. Especially considering the people who won the previous time, most of them didn't go back. Like, our friends or whatever, besides Usagi and ours, didn't really go back. It was uncharacteristic for Usagi to go back into the game after what she'd been through. It didn't really make any sense. It didn't really make sense for Arisu either. They kind of regressed both of their characters, and they turned it was very much like Squid Game Season 3, but at least Squid Game Season 3, it made sense. Like, there was a logical premise behind the events of Squid Game Season 3. Even though, like, I didn't like the result, I didn't like where it was going, I didn't like how it went, and the ending was kind of disappointing, but, like, still, the path to get there it made sense. Like, it did just make sense. But also, no, I mean, I would say season 2, 3, because it was, like, really just a long season that they split in half, but, like, it was really just a really long season 2. And it made sense how we got there. I don't like how we ended, but it made sense how we got there. It didn't really make sense how we got there in season, like, 3 of the show. And then the end, like, we ended where we started. Like, nothing really changed. When you really think about it, if you watch the first episode of Alice in Borderland season 3, and or watch the end of season 2, watch the beginning of season 3, and then you watch the end, like the last 5 minutes or last 5 to 10 minutes of season 3, nothing really changes at all. Then they wanted to shoehorn the American. I'm just spoiled. They wanted to shoehorn the Americans in it like they were doing American worldwide Borderland, like freaking Squid Game season, the end of season 3. I'm like, all right, bro, I don't really care. So overall, ignoring the last, say a season, I'll probably give it like a 7, 8. And then when you include the last season, I'm like, what, like 6? Yeah, 6.5. I don't know, 6, because it was sorry. I'm not gonna lie, it was sorry. But another case. Furthermore, oh yeah, someone else pointed this out that there was no real Borderland, like, at all. There wasn't really a Borderland. It was literally just walking from game to game, like, and that was it. It was just, they complete a game, okay, go to the next game 10 kilometers away. They complete a game, go to the next game 17 kilometers away, set down. Every single time. No change. There was no environment. I understand they didn't do the face card thing, so that makes sense. But there was no real Borderland at all. Like, at all. There was no Borderland. There was no community there. There was no world building at all. There was no world at all, actually, really. It's ironic because I would have thought we were going to learn more about what Borderland actually is, which we kind of do, but, like, it's literally at the end. It's at the very end. They tell us, okay, Borderland is this, and, but they still don't tell us a lot. Like, we really did not learn much at all. So, and the ending was kind of Mickey. I understand the ending from a thematic standpoint. I agree with, like, what the ending represented, but we didn't learn anything. We literally did not learn anything. Like, I could have, like, not watched the entire season and, like, you know what I'm saying? All it did was, okay, it made you emotionally attached to some characters and they killed those characters. But that was it. So, yeah, pretty disappointing overall. I could have just not watched it. But enjoyable first 2 seasons. HOED first 2 seasons for sure. Some HOED games. Let me know what y'all think about, you know what I'm saying, how I rated these games. Some of these games was HOED for sure. I ain't gonna lie. It was HOED. Alright, I'm out of here. Also, Cam Thomas just got waived, so yeah. Yikes.